we were arguing, you know, there's been things off times, off cameras where she would hit me and all these things like that. And I'm trying to talk to her and vibe her and like that. And what happened at the boat situation is that we were yelling, arguing, and she had just said things. I heard she said that I did this because I couldn't like, or something like that.
What?
Bro, that argument happened, whatever, because she was saying crazy things, which I had to cut out, and saying crazy things about my family.
That's a lie from the pits of hell. The argument didn't start because she was saying crazy things about you and your family.
Yeah.
We got the full footage, bro. The argument started because you walked.
Man, the streaming world is exactly why I choose to stay in my very own lane, because it seems as though it is built off of the meta of chaos, all right? And as a man who's about to be 41 years old in about a month or two, okay, I prioritize peace over chaos, so I stay my ass in my lane. Now, the content we about to go over here today, and shout out to Poetic Flacco, where he gives you guys the news as soon as it's happening. We got to pile on that delicious commentary in order to understand what we can learn off of these situations. But we're going to be going over a young streamer, young brother by the name of Deshae Frost. Now, he's popping out here in these streaming streets, but video recently went viral of him effectively going from getting top from a young lady to slapping the dog shit out of her. We always talk about on this platform, you should always de-escalate first, walk away. But then also we talk about the impact of modern women latching on or lemming to the feminist movement, wherein by they are equal to a man. And why would I not give you the 5 fingers of death if you are disrespecting me and you're equal to me as a man? Well, if you're on that school of thought, well, you're going to treat that young lady the exact way that you would treat a man. However, we always talk about de-escalation and discipline as well as discernment over emotional rage and reaction. Because when you let the rage and the reaction drive the wheel, it raises up the real question as to what is the reason that you're putting your hand on somebody, even if it's a woman who wants to be considered equal to a man. But when you're currently operating in an ecosystem where chaos equals clicks, people, even those around you, will get incentivized to crash out. A lot of lessons to learn within the confines of this video, so strap in and let's get active. Without further ado,
Deshae Frost is even more cooked after what I could only describe as the worst apology video of all time. Deshae got canceled this week after footage showed him yelling at a woman because she didn't want to go back into his room and talk to him. She claims he wanted to sleep with her. She didn't want to sleep with him. That pissed him off even more. Then Deshae took her wig and threw it in the ocean.
Bald head, I'm not your this fuck talking about you. That
Alright, bet that. Alright, bet that. I swear to God. No, I swear to God. What I'm doing?
And then, if that wasn't bad enough, Deshae slapped her so hard that she fell to the ground.
Go. Oh. Go.
okay.
Nah. I'm just coming downstairs, bro. It's too much.
All this played out.
I may have spoke a little bit too soon in the intro, you understand me? If the young man is throwing wigs off of ships, he is nowhere near as innocent in this as that which I originally thought. And especially with that WWE pimp slap that he dished out towards the end right there. The way this is set up, it looks like his ego has been bruised because there's 3 or 4 thought pocket that he probably paid for to come up on his boat with his team and to shoot content. Didn't want to take it to the extent that he wanted to take it. But maybe I'm wrong. Let's watch a little bit more.
On camera. But Deshae Frost got a creative excuse for why he did that.
Okay.
Now, an apology video should be you apologizing for what you did.
Sure.
And you repeating how there's no excuse, you're done. But Deshae proceeded to list out many excuses for why what he did wasn't as bad as we're trying to make it.
Before this video starts, I'm gonna say it's never okay to hit a woman. Ever. I know I might clip farm a lot and say things or whatever for clips or anything, but at no point should a man ever put their hands on a woman. And
that's not
I take full accountability and responsibility for that.
I always say that nobody should put their hands on anybody, okay? But as a man and as a woman, if your back is up against the wall and you are in fear of your life and you cannot turn away or run away. And depending upon your state, you have every right to protect yourself by any means necessary. I don't care, man, woman, dog, it don't matter. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to do everything in my power to walk out of this situation harm-free, or at least as harm-free as what I possibly can. Young men, if you have an altercation with a guy and his girl is there, or at least the chick that he's putting dick in, she is just as much of a threat to you in that situation as he is, okay? Just as much, because you don't know what she has on her person. But that's the reality of violence that, you know, the young brother during an apology video is not going to touch on that nuance.
And I'm sorry, and I've expressed that to her after situations 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and everything from this video, I just want to get that across. I'm not making excuses. I did a thing, and I appreciate everybody, you know, getting on my ass and all these things, but I just wanted to tell my truth of how everything just led up. First things first, I want to say is I will never, ever put my hands on a girl who's never put their hands on me.
Okay, so she did it first?
I'm not a person to initiate and do things and try to hit a girl because, you know, just out of the strength of just arguing or anything like that.
But that's literally what you did. Here's what he's about to do. He's about to try to convince us in real time that our eyes didn't see what we saw.
Okay.
So this was an hour video. So the leak footage, the 10, 15 seconds, that was edited out of the hour-plus episode that came out. So we got to watch an hour of him antagonizing this girl, of him trying to get her to come and be with him alone, and she's saying no, and them arguing. So we watched an hour of this, and she didn't put her hands on him not once.
Okay.
He even said he would hit her because he thought she was about to hit him, but she never put her hands on him.
This was from season 2. This was from 2022 or 2023, 4 years ago.
Okay.
And she was one of the girls that she came on the show. I brought her on the show and everything. And during the whole show, like, she was the only person who was literally like, I don't know, like physical, and she was hitting me. She was doing these things, which I had to cut from YouTube videos because of monetization. And she would hit me and all these things going back and forth and yelling, going back and forth and doing these things. And it kind of was just got to a point where I kind of didn't want to deal with that. You know,
let's just be charitable and give this shit the benefit of the doubt. Stay with me. There's a method to my madness.
All right.
Let's give him, hey, man, she been here for multiple episodes, and in those other episodes, she was putting her hands on.
The only solution to that is Deshae would have to show the unedited content, the unedited footage. Hopefully his editor, his producers saved the unedited content to add additional context to this entire situation. But it doesn't make sense, because why would the producers leave him hitting her and not her hitting him? That doesn't make sense. So that flat out just sounds like a lie. So instead, he should have taken full accountability. The I will do betters, I'll make it right, instead of an explanation with excuses. But oftentimes, weak or weaker men cannot sit within their full accountability and often come up with excuses. Why? Because excuses are tools of the incompetent. If you wrong, then you wrong. Stand on it and claim it. And if you don't show the content, then you wrong, bro. Let's go.
What does that have to do with that day and in that moment? In that moment, she wasn't putting her hands on you. In that moment, you were the aggressor. You were the one who was picking and fussing.
He's probably
drunk. They didn't want to go and be alone with you in private. You were the one who was calling her ungrateful. You put your hands on her after throwing her wig. You threw her wig and she still didn't attack you.
Yeah, that's wild.
Most women will put their hands on you if you throw their wig in an ocean, something you didn't pay for.
Dog, throwing a chick's wig is like spitting in a man's face. Like it's on the same level. So I hear.
So, man, cut it out, bro. Now,
on camera
after,
too?
I guess that she hit me excuse in his mind wasn't hitting, he transitioned to I was drunk.
I was drunk. And like I said, anything I say in this video is not to make anything right. This is not to make anything right. This is not make things easier. This is not an excuse for anything. This is just me telling this story.
Okay.
And I feel like nobody should ever put their hands on a girl. Ever. It don't matter how mad you get. It don't matter anything. You know what I'm saying? Like fighting or anything, unless like you literally like are getting punched 100 times or whatever, something just to throw her out the way or move her out the way. But yo, I think that just doing that was just up. You know what I'm saying? It was up. We were arguing, you know, there's been things off cameras where she would hit me and all these things like that. And I'm trying to talk to her and vibe her and like that. And what happened at the boat situation is that we were yelling, arguing, and she had just said things. I heard she said that I did this because I couldn't like, or something like that.
What?
Bro, that argument happened or whatever because she was saying crazy things, which I had to cut out, and saying crazy things about my family.
That's a lie from the pits of hell. The argument didn't start because she was saying crazy things about you and your family.
Yeah.
We got the full footage, bro. The argument started because you walked up to try to get her attention, to get her away from the group of women, but she wouldn't leave the group of women
And he got mad.
go with you alone. Here's the beginning of the argument. She's talking to other women minding her business. He walks up and throw a water bottle at her to try to get her attention, to take her away, but she wouldn't leave the women because she knew Deshae wanted to sleep with her and she didn't want to sleep with him.
Okay.
So because of that, Deshae got agitated that she wouldn't go off with him, and he began to call her ungrateful. That was the beginning of the argument.
Oh no. The more that this goes on, the more terrible of a look that this is. So the thing is that if they've had prior sexual experiences and he's doing things like this, right? Like bringing up the amount of money that he's like paid her, or like, you know, throwing stuff at her, throwing wigs off. This begins to get into the air of coercion, wanting or expecting the box from her, and you're intimidating her. You're being, you know, somewhat violent towards her. Well, I guess the somewhat would be the wig throw, but the actual violent would be the slap. This is a bad situation being fueled by alcohol, and that is no excuse to treat or behave like this in private or in public. It's funny how there's certain streamers where you really never see things like this happening, such as like a DDG, but not to this degree. And that's because he prioritizes his professionalism within the business over drinking and having fun and recording the content and then putting it up for everybody to see.
It's too hot for that.
Oh, is that when he threw the bottle? Hold on, let's see.
Damn. It's too hot for that. That's to go.
Okay, I will.
Wig off. Wig off.
Throw this in the ocean.
Don't throw my wig in the ocean.
Oh, the wig was already up?
Throw my wig in the ocean.
All right, bet.
Wow.
What? Don't.
Oh, all these girls is thought pockets. Jesus.
Who gonna stop me?
Yeah.
Don't throw it. I'm gonna try to grab it. Just don't. No, I'm gonna try to grab it.
Oh, this
I'm
dude.
not gonna go too far, but don't throw my wig. I don't like. You're gonna feel it.
How?
My.
Why is it off, Doc Rocket? Yo, look at these chicks. Ugh. They all look like scribbles.
Yeah, bro, I'm talking to you. You be talking to me? What's wrong with you?
Yeah, this is down
It's
bad.
good, bro.
This is bad.
What's that camera? What are they talking about?
I have no idea.
She wasn't attacking you or berating
She
you or
was
talking
walking
about
away.
your family or your sister until you came over and you began to berate her and you began to attack her, and then she began to hit you back with whatever she has in terms of insults. So I don't understand why Deshae couldn't just stop it at, hey, man, I made a mistake. My anger got the best of me. I'm sorry. It won't happen again.
I agree with Flacco.
And keep it pushing.
I agree.
To continue on with this nonsense is absurd.
You guys know me, I'm a very family man. She's talking about my sister, all this other shit. She could all crazy to cut out. She was all doing this.
Yeah, she was
doing this.
walking away.
My family, talking about my family members, my different type of things, just up and being big and bad, you know? And me as a man, I lowered my morals and I went down to her level. Any guy that would hit a girl and do those things or whatever, you're lowering your how can I say, your respect. You're lowering your respect for yourself and you're going down to her level. And as a man, you should never do that. She definitely was trying to irritate me and get on my nerves and do all these things. So
you started cussing her out first.
Yeah.
You hit her first, but yet you think that you hitting her was going down to her level? No, if you went down to her level, there wouldn't be no insults and there wouldn't be no hitting. If you went down to her level, you wouldn't be in this situation because she wasn't cussing you first and she didn't hit you first.
we're on the boat.
Yeah, this is bad. And the thing is that apparently he's demonstrated behavior like this in the past.
Babe, in here now. What y'all been doing?
Hey, I got a restroom.
Huh?
I got a restroom. Come on.
No, it's okay. I'm here. What y'all been doing?
All right, so he just said, let's go to the restroom.
I'm drinking and shit. You good? You lit? You lit? I said you lit. I said you lit.
Oh, no.
I got my bottles.
Whoa.
Babe.
This is so sloppy. You do not ask, you want to go to the restroom, and then she declines, and then you ask, Are you lit? Oh, this brother is moving sloppy, prioritizing the wrong head. The downstairs head over the upstairs head. You are definitely giving these young pink-haired chicks all of the ammo to sue you into the ground. And they're gonna come back later talking about, well, he offered me all of this liquor and then he made me feel bad and he was harmful towards me. And just because I didn't go in the bathroom with him, these dudes will practice financial discipline, but dick discipline need not apply. Streaming and doing this behavior is beyond bold.
She got up, I thought she was good enough to hit me again, and I just mushed her. My main thing is I was never trying to hurt her. I never like slapped her, but from that angle, it looks really bad. It looks really bad. But I mushed her ass. I mushed her ass over there. I mushed her ass.
It looked like a slap.
I was not gonna be hit. I was not gonna go in there, and I just walked away. But with that situation, I seen things she was doing. She was saying, talking about, yeah, when the all these different things, and it's like, bro. After that, I apologized. We was kissing, and I'm gonna put clips in here too. But we was kissing, and you're saying you didn't let me, you didn't want me to after you literally gave me some head. And I don't not to put your business out there, but you gave me some head. Yeah, another thing, just even things like even she's doing now, just saying that like when she sees my sister, she's gonna fight her and do these things. She's been waiting up like all this time to see her in person that is up. And you felt all these things.
It's hard to defend this.
3 years later, what was this energy 3 years ago when that thing actually happened? All these things, and mind you, she said way more worse things. That that now, I'm not even gonna say crazy things just about my sister and personal things and doing things and just saying things about my families in general.
This man said I didn't slap her, I mushed her. Your hand started here, and it connected with her face here. The only difference between a slap and what you think is a mush is once you got here, once you did this, you didn't back up. You slapped her and then
and pushed it down.
It's still bad, bro.
Yeah.
Now, this quote unquote apology with that didn't include an apology is apparently getting Deshae in court, is apparently getting Deshae in some legal troubles because the girl who he's talking about, the girl he put, his hands on, she has announced that because of this apology and what she would say are lies told by Deshae, she's retaining an attorney and taking legal action against Deshae.
I gave who head? Did he say I gave him head?
Oh, no.
Why would I be doing all of this if I did anything with that man? He said that? Can one of y'all send me the video where he said that? That's going to my lawyer, promise you.
Oh.
I'm gonna pull up the screenshots. I'm gonna put it on the live. Hold on. This was when he was lying again, saying that we had. And here's messages right here. And then hold on. Let me show you another. Keep my name out your mouth and don't ever lie on me. That's the last thing I'm gonna ever say to you. Don't speak to me again. He's been lying on his video. He's been lying. These messages are from 2023. He's been saying we had sex and I did whatever. Here's the proof. Never had sex with that man. Let me pull this picture back up again. I said, you had me talking to your weird daddy, asking a bunch of weird. All I wanted to know is did we fuck or not? Because we didn't. I could have told my dad how you put your hands on me. Then that would have been a bigger problem. So let's keep cute. You have a great day. He literally tells the world that his dick is little. Like, boy, I would never. He said you gave him head. He's a liar. He also said I hit him. I never hit him. He's a liar. You didn't see me kiss him. You saw him kiss me. It's okay. He will be hearing from my lawyer. Promise you that.
No.
Let me call my mom real quick, y'all. You say he didn't apologize, but you say he apologized. I said he didn't apologize to me after everything went on. They say he didn't say we had sex. They said that I sucked his dick. He's going around telling people that I sucked his dick. Write that down. Write that down for the lawyer.
You said it on a social media platform.
Yes. Yeah.
I hope Frank screen recorded that as proof. Now they got this thing going around where after y'all left off the boat, you kissed him and was holding his hand walking down the thing or whatever.
Didn't I just tell you I didn't kiss that? I just told you he kissed me. Like, what the fuck?
No,
Let me see. Let's pause it when it happens.
Mom, I seen the video.
Let's just back up. Yeah. I don't know. She definitely, yeah, he kissed her on the cheek and she kind of moved away.
Video.
This is bad. And let me explain the lessons out of this. This is so incredibly bad because of his lack of discipline. Right? Like, who knows what happened if she actually slobbed on his knob like corn on a cob? Who knows if she done actually slapped him? Now, because of his improprieties, lack of discretion, lack of discipline, he may be called into a court to prove all of this. If he doesn't have the content of how she was violent towards him first, right? Because the way that video played out is horrible. He was like following her, threw something of a possession of hers off of the boat, right? Like, it just looked weird. And now she's saying that there was no coitus, there was no oral. He's lying on my name, which is in the line of defamation. And really the point is that through his own actions, now he has to defend himself against what she and or her lawyer will allege against him. And none of this would have came up unless he kept his damn hands to himself. Now, again, keeping your hands to yourself is different. If your back is up against the wall, you got no way out. And the only way out is removing the person that is putting you in this situation that you feel threatened by, and you kill the threat, right? Proverbially speaking. But that's not apparently what happened according to the edited footage that was been put out. And I thought really, before we got into this is going to be a conversation of women wanting to be, act like men, conduct themselves like men, up to the point where they get treated like men. And that, although, it's clear that these young ladies look fast and have 304 type tendencies in our behavior, it didn't look like that from the edited content. And now the young man's apology video apparently was laden with things that she says or will say is defamation. So he gonna have to come up off of a bag in order to defend himself. Let's finish up.
Oh, get off my phone, bro. Like, is she good? The nigga kissed me, and he said you slapped him first. He's a liar. He's a liar. Let me send him a voice message, y'all. He won't reply to none of my DMs. He won't reply to my DMs. And then you're going online saying that we had sex or I gave you head. You're a liar. You know I never put my hands on you. You can't put that on Bali. You can't put that on your little sister that I did anything with you or that I put my hands on you. Yo, why?
Deshae, for your sake, man, I pray to God you are telling the truth, man. Because I'll be real. Like, you already know you did bad. You put hands on her. And she kind of held it down and kept your secret for years. Like, she never told nobody. She didn't put it out there.
It was the apology video.
It took your editor coming out and dropping the footage. She's behind the scenes telling you, just don't lie on me. I'm going to keep it cute. And she was good.
Yeah.
Now, she's telling you 3 years ago, I didn't tell your dad you put your hands on.
Yeah.
So she's keeping it, like, mute. And you... Yeah. Bro, you don't, listen, man, you don't want to piss off this chick, bro, because when this chick starts popping out outside and really doing interviews as raps, man.
Yeah.
But let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this?
I'm going to let you know right now. When you would dodge accountability, when you make all of these excuses, you try to rewrite, right? You try to revise history. This is what can happen. And in this situation, her hand was forced, because if she doesn't fight back, then the version of his story is what gets pushed out there, which might impact, her life, her livelihood. Being a streamer where the meta is conflict, it is chaos. Man, it is weird to do so within this environment today, because what you inevitably will watch is those that are incentivized by losing control in an environment that rewards that brand of chaos. What you can have with the Deshae is that because he's getting a financial or monetary reward off of crashing out, acting crazy, soliciting, going to the restroom, which his chat going here, okay? He knows that he's mic'd up when he does things like that, but enough of those situations that are out of control or are out of line years later can turn into a court case, one of which now they have publicly available footage of his behavior time and time and time again to cross-reference to the believability of the person's case or the woman's case against him. Your ego, your quest for money, your greed will and can turn into your downfall, especially as a man, especially if you combine it with sexual improprieties, baby. That's how the most powerful men in society get taken down more often than not. Usually it is some type of sexual allegation or assault allegation against a woman. And you brought it up on yourself. Number one, with putting your hands on this woman, not of which it was self-defense, but it was words that were potentially said to you when you also initiated something against her. And the second that you cross that line, you absolutely lose the moral high ground. You lose the leverage and you hand the narrative away to her, which seemingly she was cool with up until you did that dumbass apology video. If you cannot control your emotions as a man, then you can't lead a damn thing. And everything that gets levied against you will be the consequence of you but not being able to control it. Avoidance is not a weakness and de-escalation is not a weakness. But when you combine that system of beliefs or behaviors with the content meta of conflict, things are not going to gel together. And I think that's a component of what we are watching here right now. Anyway, I'm going to get up out of here. Guys, let me know what you think down up in the comment box down below. Do you agree with the points and positions within this content here today? Do you disagree? All right. Let me know your thoughts and how is it that you conclude what you have been presented with here today. I love you guys. Protect yourself at all times, and I will see you very, very soon. Until next time. Peace.
So, without further ado, MTR, cut through the BS like we in charge. No cap with the rappers like steel bars. I'm packing and rapping like here we are. Mediocre tutorial reviews. Like, comment, share my views. Come up and I paid my dues. Big step in my black way shoes. MTR, he break it down, yeah, it's MTR. Check out the sound when it's MTR. No one put it down like it's MTR.